In this video we show you the 5 areas in central London to explore on foot. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We start with Westminster Abbey, located next to the Palace of Westminster, is a cathedral-sized Anglican Gothic church, and the traditional place for coronations and burials of British monarchs. The Palace of Westminster, that houses the 2 houses of the Parliament of the United Kingdom. It is one of the 4 World Heritage Sites in the City of London, declared by UNESCO in 1987, and is located on the north bank of the River Thames. The building is an example of the Gothic Revival style, and it houses one of the most outstanding tourist attractions in London, the Big Ben. Westminster Bridge is an attraction in itself, with views of the Palace of Westminster and the London Eye. It crosses the Thames linking Westminster and Lambeth. Crossing the Thames on foot over the Westminster Bridge, we arrive at the London Eye, a large Ferris wheel located on the south bank of the River Thames. It is the tallest Ferris wheel in Europe and the most popular tourist attraction in the UK, with over 3.75 million visitors a year. It is 135 meters high, and the circle of the Ferris wheel has a diameter of 120 meters. Buckingham Palace. It is the official residence of the British monarch in London. It is also used for official ceremonies, state visits and tourist visits. Buckingham symbolises the British monarchy and is one of the most important attractions in London. From Buckingham you can first go to Wellington Barracks, near St James Park, to see the new guard prepare and be inspected for the change of guard. Then go back to Buckingham to wait for the new guard to march towards Buckingham Palace. This ceremony can be seen by tourists and is one of the most interesting attractions to see in London. St James's Park is the oldest of the royal parks in the city and is located at the southern end of the St James area. St James's Park is bordered by Buckingham Palace to the west, the Mall and St James's Palace to the north, Horse Guards to the east, and Birdcage Walk to the south. Finally, in this area is the Horse Guards Parade, a large parade ground off Whitehall. It is the site of the annual ceremonies of Trooping the Colour, which commemorates the monarch's official birthday and beating retreat. Hyde Park. It is the largest of the 4 royal parks, which form a chain from Kensington Palace to Buckingham Palace, passing through Kensington Gardens, Hyde Park Corner, and Green Park. The Albert Memorial in Kensington Gardens is a commemorative monument commissioned by Queen Victoria in memory of her beloved husband, Prince Albert. Kensington Gardens, formerly the private gardens of Kensington Palace, is situated next to Hyde Park and is one of London's royal parks. In this area you can start at the London Wall. The wall was built by the Romans as a defensive wall around Londinium. Its construction began around 200 AD and took about 10 years to complete. Continue to the Tower of London, located on the north bank of the River Thames. This historic castle is within the district of Tower Hamlets, next to Tower Bridge. The Tower of London has played a prominent role in the history of England. The tower has served as the armoury, treasury, menagerie, royal mint, public records and home to the United Kingdom's crown jewels. The Tower Bridge connects the Tower Hamlets district with the Southwark. It crosses the River Thames near the Tower of London and has become one of the symbols of the city. The London City Hall building is located in Southwark, on the south bank of the River Thames, near Tower Bridge. It was designed by Norman Foster and opened in July 2002. The HMS Belfast is located past the City Hall, on the banks of the Thames, It is a museum ship of the British Royal Navy during its active period, participated in the Second World War and the Korean War. Trafalgar Square is a square in central London, built to commemorate the Battle of Trafalgar. The square is a regular place for political demonstrations and is the place on which Nelson's column stands. The National Gallery is the main art museum in London. It was inaugurated in 1824, and it has a collection of more than 2,300 paintings, mostly European, from a wide historical period between 1250 and 1900. Leicester Square is located in the West End of London, at the same distance from both Trafalgar Square and Piccadilly Circus. It is considered the centre of cinema in London and used for the previews of the great blockbusters. Piccadilly Circus is surrounded by several of the city's main tourist attractions, including the Shaftesbury Memorial, the Criterion Theatre, the London Pavilion, and several major retail stores. The area is home to numerous nightclubs and bars, as well as neighbouring Soho, including the former China White Club. We finish at Regent Street, one of the most important shopping streets in London, located in the West End passing Piccadilly Circus. It is a London tradition during the holidays with its Christmas lights and decorations.